Aloha Virgo, it's April the Organic Alchemist, and I am here with your monthly manifestation and abundance reading for April. As always, guys, if you happen to come across this reading at a later date, just know that there's probably something in here that is going to resonate with your current situation. Hopefully be helpful there. Thank you guys for all the likes, shares, subscribes, comments. I appreciate it all. Please keep it up. Definitely, if you like the video, thumbs up. It definitely helps. And last but not least, if you need anything about me, where to follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, how to support the channel, how to get a personal reading, what decks I'm using, all that stuff is below in the description box. All right, so let's get into it for our Virgos. Your overall theme for this month is view from above. Get the big picture. So there is definitely there's something that you're not seeing. You need to kind of step out, get that bird's eye view. I love that that card literally has you like in a hot air balloon. Can't get a better bird's eye view than that. But really stepping out from whatever it is that you're manifesting here and really looking at the bigger picture. How does this all come together? What is it that there's something that you're not seeing. Obviously, this card is coming up. So definitely taking a step out. So this deck's a little new. This is our Fairy Godmother deck. I love this deck. So we're going to see what the Fairy Godmother has to say. Ooh, interesting. So this card just came up in the last reading. So insecurity. So it may be that not seeing this big picture, not seeing how all of whatever's going on here is playing out on the bigger level is leading to some insecurity for you. So let's see how this is kind of the larger theme on your spiritual path with what you're manifesting right now. See how that falls in. Well, there you go. All right. So you have the Creator card, the King of Wands, King of Fire. So yeah, you're not seeing the bigger picture, and part of the bigger picture that you may need to see is that you are the creator of what's going on, including the insecurity. And so it also may be this insecurity that you have that is preventing you from stepping out and seeing the bigger picture and seeing that you have, when something like that comes up, that is really the universe letting you know, like, no. Your creative force is at work in this scenario. So as you shift and change that and use that differently, what you're experiencing will shift and change as well. Sorry guys, it's that time of day here on the island where the sun just comes beaming into this window, and I'd probably look like some sort of crazy angel if I left the door open and just be like, blah, blah. Anyway, so the way energy is coming through, interestingly enough, is through victory. So there is, whatever the scenario is, there is definitely a victory here that is possible for you and that is coming through. But you are going to really have to work through this insecurity that you have, see the bigger picture, and realize that you are the creator of this scenario to kind of get and really draw in that that victory, energy. So let's see how this is manifesting in your experience of reality, Virgo. How is this manifesting in our Virgo's experience of reality, spirits? Let's see what's going on here. All right, Virgo. So right now you're not feeling very victorious. I can definitely see why there's some insecurity going on and why there is a need to look at the bigger picture. So you're feeling kind of weak and wiped out right now. Like you just don't necessarily have the fortitude to do what's next. And that's because you're moving out of a state of heartbreak where you have really felt some intense suffering because there's something that you were working on that it fell apart. It did not work out. And so that is, I think, creating the sense of insecurity. I think it is preventing you from seeing both the bigger picture. And I think that there is an element of you that doesn't want to kind of recognize how you contributed to this scenario. And I think that that is to get this victory. That's going to be a big part of what you need to see. And again, going back to that big picture card of, you know, to really move on from the scenario and get that victory. It's going to be necessary to see that bigger picture and understand how what you were putting out, what you were creating, what you were manifesting was part of what manifested this. So let's look at your backstory, Virgo. How did Virgo get here? What does Virgo need to know so they can move forward about how they got here? Because we want Virgo to manifest what they're working on manifesting. All right, so Virgo, there was an offer. There was a connection that you had. And it was probably a very deep connection that you had, but it's interesting because this card is usually about focusing, and the upright, it's about focusing on the negative. Here, I feel like you weren't seeing the situation realistically. Like, that's what I'm getting from this card, is that you just weren't seeing the situation realistically. You weren't paying attention to what was going on, and it left you feeling very unfulfilled personally. Like, it was just a scenario that left you feeling very unfulfilled, left you weak, left you, you know, you're recovering from heartbreak, and you're seeing that seed, I really do feel like for you guys, like that seed was not meant to grow. I feel like this was something that you guys almost kind of, I really do feel like this was a scenario that you guys kind of tried to force. It's not, I'm trying to see if it's in the cards. It's not really necessarily in the cards, aside from the creator aspect. But I feel that in just, maybe it's more that what you were trying to manifest just wasn't there. Because like this 5 of Cups, like there was definitely a connection with you and whether it was a person, project, but it was like there were, if you looked at it realistically, like that just wasn't going to work. Like you weren't, and maybe that's where you started to see that, and maybe that's part of what happened, was that you started to see that you weren't seeing the reality of the situation, and that was part of why you weren't finding the situation fulfilling, is just the way that you were looking at it was not the reality of the situation. So what is your affirmation for this month, Virgo? What is Virgo's affirmation? Interesting. Yeah, this is what I'm kind of tuning into. So this idea of non-attachment has come up. And there are 2 messages from your guides. So this idea of non-attachment, which I'm really feeling in this reading, is really like, and that's what I feel, is I feel like you are so attached to how this happened that you weren't willing to look at it realistically. You weren't willing to kind of examine whether or not it should be happening. You just decided that that's what you wanted and that's what you were trying to make happen. And I feel like it led you to like a ton of disappointment. I mean, you're moving out of the 3 of Swords energy. And you know, you have this draining kind of energy coming in from Strength reverse. So I feel like it wore you down. And so let's not do that anymore, Virgo. Let's listen. So non-attachment is the affirmation that you have for this month. I am certain that I will reach my goal while letting go of how it will happen. And so with this, I want to say that this goes deep. Like that type of affirmation is really deep. So it's like, I will find my financial abundance but I'm going to allow it to show up however it's going to show up. It may show up through my own business. It may show up through a friend. It may show up through a new job, whatever. It's the same with like a project. Like I know that my project is going to manifest itself and be great, but I may do this project with this company or that company. I may do it on my own. You're letting go of how it will happen. And because there is the Lovers here, I'm going to say that with the Lovers card. Focus on the type of love you want, not a specific person, because I feel like for some of you, there was a focus on a person that you had decided was something in your life, and that is not what they were there to be. And it really, like the lack of personal fulfillment, the level to which it drained you, the heartbreak to which you experienced, like learn that lesson. Allow the person that's right for you to come to you. So for those of you for which you are trying to manifest love, or this is a love manifestation, I really wanted to get that out for you. So Virgos, if this is a love thing, you're going through a breakup or something like that, stop eating ice cream. Oh, there's a little lizard, there's a little gecko that came to say hi. They're good luck. They're good luck. Okay, so good luck to our Virgos. Anyway, so clean energy food. Start watching what you're eating. That is affecting your mood. That is affecting your ability to feel good. So definitely moving into clean energy food, taking care of your body, just self-care. Like I'm going to say, Virgos, like after what you've been through, self-care, like take time for you. And if there's something else that you can jump into, or you're considering jumping back into this, yeah, take some time, do some damn healing first. Okay. That's all I'm saying. All right. The other thing is, it is safe to receive. And I think that's some healing that you're going to need to go through, is to get to that point where, you know, I really do feel like, because there was an element of the situation, again, going back to the Creator card, that you were very much responsible for creating, that you're kind of just locked down on everything. And so doing that healing so that you can start to receive again, so you can start to learn how to create again in healthy ways that, you know, again, step away from the attachment, where you put out, you know, the true essence of what you want to manifest, and then you let go of how that has to manifest. So let's look at your mindset, soul evolution, and your archetypes. Yeah, so your light work, shadow work for our Virgos. Light work, shadow work for our Virgos, Spirit. Light work, shadow work for our Virgos this month. Ooh, Virgo. See, you just gotta like, seriously, you just gotta, whatever this is, let go of your attachment to it. But it is like, no, it's done, and it's drained you. All right. So surrender to success. This is your mindset soul evolution card. Surrendering, again, moving into that space of non-attachment and allowing yourself to be successful, because you're not holding on to it has to be one thing. And then moving into the king, the light aspects of the king, starting to move, into that space of recognizing your abundance, of moving out of that insecurity and recognizing how amazing you are, but also recognizing that in a benevolent way, in a compassionate way, in a way that benefits everyone around you. So it's not just I'm king or I'm queen, because that, to me, that's similar energy. Like if you're female, you're going to associate it with the queen, but like, you know, yeah, making sure that as you're bringing in that energy, it's an energy that it's not just benefiting you, because true kings and queens, the work that they do isn't ever about benefiting themselves. It's about benefiting their kingdom as a whole. So that, you know, really surrendering into that space of success, of letting go of whatever this is that you just had to have a certain way. Like that's what I feel, is I really do feel like this pained, having this in, so again, both of these cards Virgo, you can't have the whole deck. We're going to set those over there because we're going to talk about those. We're going to talk about those. I really do think that they are related to what we're going to get here. So, this is kind of your outcomes that you can expect if you are doing your work. So Virgo, stay away from anything that isn't giving you equal give and take. And recognizing, like, no, that's what this is. No, so Virgo, part of what's going to happen is this scenario that you're working through and this insecurity you're working through, doing your work here is going to recognize that you were literally putting yourself in a situation where there was not an equal give and take. And I don't think there ever was going to be an equal give and take in this situation. Again, whether it's relationship, whether it's job, whether it's a project, whether it's friends or family, there was not an equal give and take there. And you are stepping into your authority. Doing this is going to allow you to step into that space of trusting yourself again, because I think that whatever the scenario was, that you allowed yourself to get deluded. You allowed yourself to hold on. You weren't seeing things. And so you stopped trusting your instinct. And that's where we're going to come over here. And so moving into trusting yourself again, and being able to recognize anything that's throwing you off balance. So that is where that Temperance card is. And anything that's also throwing your ability to manifest your reality off balance. Because Temperance is as much about alchemy and true manifestation and really stepping things down. Again, it's another one of those stepping things from the higher realms down into physical 3D reality. So it's not allowing people or things or anything like that to stand in your way of doing that. And then these two cards that popped out, one of them wants me to let you know that the recognition for whatever, and this is really work related. I think for some of you, for a few of you, this is going to be relationship related, but this is not related to whatever sweet hot mess relationship you just did all this with. Like, it might be somebody outside of that recognizing everything you did. But this is to let you know that there is a recognition for the work that you have done that is coming. And like I said, I really feel like for a lot of you, this is financial, and that there's going to be, I feel like some of you have been really working in school, on some sort of project, on some sort of career related thing, where there is definitely a recognition as well as a compensation that is going to happen for you guys. There may also be that there are people who are going to recognize like how hard you worked in this relationship. And this also may be a recognition of you, of really understanding what it was that you did in this scenario, because it also comes with the High Priestess. So there is going to be a deeper understanding of, kind of the spiritual aspects of this, like of what you needed to understand from what it is that you've went through. So there are a lot of places where that recognition may take place. It's going to be different for different ones of you. So let's just get your final message. No, you do not get 4 cards, Virgo. I like that you tried for 4, but yeah, we're not going to do that today. So final message for our Virgos, Spirit. What's the final message for our Virgos? Ooh. So there is a new romantic cycle beginning for you Virgos. So now again, this may be actual romance. I feel that there is a portion of you that this was, again, because we have the Lovers card, that this was romantically oriented. This also may be, again, if it was project oriented, if it was something like this, this may be, I feel like if it's in friends and family, or project, it could possibly be a new beginning, new project, new way of doing the project, new way of interacting with friends or family member. If this is a romance, I really, there are only a few of you who are going to spark up something with, if this reading is relating to a romance, and be real careful. I don't see, if this is relating to you, if you're seeing this in a romantic thing, I really would start a new romantic cycle with a new person. I'm just saying, Virgo, like what I'm saying here, I'm like, I don't know. But that's for you guys to decide. Mwah. I love you guys. I hope this resonated. Keep doing your work so you can live your best life. I'll see you guys next reading. Take care. Bye.